we can already download JIPipe in the newest version. For that, don't use Figge for it, because there you have to follow the manual installation steps and then install all of these specific libraries for it. You can do it, of course. I will show it where you have to go, but the preferred way is if you just go to jipipe.org and then you go download, and it says here 5.2.0 in the download. And for Windows, just download the executable. It's fine even if you don't have admin rights, because it's installing it into your user directory somewhere. If you are worried that an installer might be blocked by your organization virus scanner, there's also a zip package available there that then distributes it like Figge. So if you have an existing Figge and then you want to have JIPipe in there, you go to the documentation and then the installation guide, and then there it says ImageJ update site. And this is then basically, you have to follow this, and you have to really be careful to install everything, every single thing, because otherwise JIPipe will then complain that it doesn't find all the information that it needs. But downloading it from the download page is usually the safer bet, because the Figge version that it comes with is tested with JIPipe and ensures that it actually works. So then just install it as anything. By default, it will make a desktop icon for JIPipe that you can start directly, and then one for ImageJ that is coming with JIPipe. And it will install it somewhere in your local user directory. It doesn't need admin rights. You see, it didn't ask anything. And if you went with the installation tool, then you have two desktop icons that will appear. So you can choose which one you start. I will start the Figge one. I will just start it up. So maybe I can talk about it a bit. So JIPipe Spring Course, today we start actually with using JIPipe. And just as a quick reminder what we're here about, JIPipe is an open source image analysis tool with the aim to provide an easy to use graphical interface around ImageJ macros. It has its own plugin system and is built on ImageJ. You could download it hopefully already on jipipe.org now. And that special thing, it is a visual programming language where you basically design a flowchart of your image processing operations graphically, so you don't have to program, or it minimizes programming. And it also is really designed for batch processing and handling all kinds of data structures and complex hierarchies in a way that minimizes you needing to change the pipeline to achieve batch processing. So you can quickly jump from a single analysis pipeline into a batch processing pipeline by introducing a few specific changes into the workflow. So as shown before, installing JIPipe, download ideally the package from jipipe.org. Not install it into your Figge. Sometimes Figge updates things and then this breaks. And JIPipe comes also with a copy of Figge when you download this package. Let's start JIPipe. I started it here via this ImageJ icon, but you can also start JIPipe directly, but I showed how to start it from ImageJ. It's somewhere here in this plugins menu, which is of course long in ImageJ. And you have to click through it, because ImageJ just puts it at the very bottom. And there is this JIPipe GUI in there. You can also search for it, which is probably easier. We have the search box from Figge, and then just type in JIPipe, and then it will throw some errors. This is not a problem. Just close it. And then there you will find JIPipe GUI, which is the main thing that we will work on. But there's also a function to run JIPipe nodes, specific ones that you might want to use and you're working interactively in ImageJ, and then ImageJ doesn't have this feature, and you want to access this specific JIPipe function. So I start here this JIPipe GUI, and it will then load up. So a quick overview over the interface. I will show you how to use it a bit shortly later. So here at the top, you have here the menu and tabs that are at the very top. Then you have here at the top right some quick access function. There are some very important functionality that you often need to use or where you need to go back to sometimes. And then at the start screen on all your recent projects, they will be on the left side. There's also this enticing green button that tells you to start building, which then you can click and then it will jump basically into the pipeline editor. But you have noticed something that JIPipe will do. It will complain to you about that you are missing author information, and that's why I did not set it up here on this PC, so I can show you how to do it. So to encourage people doing their analysis more fair, so it's to make it more reproducible basically, so your pipelines are annotated in a way. With your author information, JIPipe wants you to add your info into itself. Then when you save a pipeline out or edit something, it will add you as an author automatically. You have to do it only once. It will save it in your profile. And you can also configure it if someone else uses your machine. You can turn authors on and off, and it will auto add them basically there. You can dismiss it, but then it will ask you all the time. So let's do this now. And there you click this configure button. And it will open to the application settings with a list of authors that's currently empty. So there I'm going to click here this add button, which will add a new entry into it. And then I type in my name. You, of course, add your name in there. And this is the most basic information that it has, your name. But ideally, you want to go and click this edit button and then add more information in about yourself, like your email address. So people can contact you about your pipeline when you published it. Your affiliations are there. So mine is HK Jena. And then ideally, add the ORCID if you have one. So I don't know my ORCID, so I just Google it quickly. You can use the ORCID ID or the link. It doesn't matter. JIPipe will adapt to this. And then I paste it in, because then JIPipe will use your ORCID to really identify if it's you when it's comparing the authors. So you are not added duplicate-wise or someone is being missed. But you can leave it empty if you don't have one yet. It is just recommended that you do it at some point. So when you did this, then you just click OK and then save it out. And then you see here at the bottom, it updated to your name. So JIPipe knows now about you. And when you are saving a pipeline, it will automatically save out your information into the project. People can go and find you and contact you if they're struggling with the pipeline. And it's also good practice to cite someone who has worked on something.